Hey guys, I'm Jono.
And I am Blaine. Welcome to Down in a Hole, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are discussing what we call an album exchange.
Or music exchange, because let's make it vague.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be a good episode. Stay tuned.
Yes. And if you do like what you see, like, subscribe, thumbs up, bells, it's all available on YouTube.
It's huge. Please subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe. Get their friends to subscribe. Get their pets to subscribe. It all helps.
Interesting. Pets probably have accounts. Get them on there. Let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what this episode is, sit back so you're in focus, man.
Oh, I'm just so excited.
It is exciting. So basically, we're big music fans, and
Huge.
we decided to exchange some music, and this will be a segment, I guess, so we can create a playlist on our channel.
Yeah.
Once we get 2 of these, we'll be able to put them in a playlist. And I think, because we both love heavy metal, it doesn't even matter what, really. If you find something cool, I probably haven't heard it.
Right.
And if I find something cool, you probably haven't heard it.
And it just works out that way.
Yeah, we listen to different types of things. So,
I don't know. Thanks to your pick, man, I barely have any car speakers left.
do you want to go first?
Electric Wizard. Just gnarly, slow, sludgy doom metal.
What album was it?
Dope Throne?
Dope Throne. I'll put the
Dope
album
Throne,
cover right in the center of us.
Yeah, just from the opening riff, man, just like if you don't turn your bass down like 6 notches, like your speakers are gonna disintegrate.
When it comes on in the car, I noticed that same thing.
Well, really,
I have to turn it down. I have to adjust it.
man, what got when I first heard the main riff in Funeralopolis, the second track on the album, that was when I first started thinking, man, like, we need to cover this.
If you're talking about doom, Electric Wizard and Sleep are the 2 bands. Am I spitting?
I don't
Apologies.
think so.
It might have just been condensation.
You're not raining on me, so that's good.
I believe both those bands, with between doom, when it comes to the doom, stoner, sludgy stuff, it was kind of like Crowbar is more sludge, Electric Wizard was doom, and Sleep was kind of like a stoner doom thing.
It's like you got an hour and 20 minutes out of 9 tracks on this album, so like it's heavy, it's slow, it's methodical, like it's what it needs to be. Like it just, and it has that raw doom sound. It doesn't sound overproduced.
And it's just 3 dudes and a chick in a room playing.
And that comes across.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome. It's honestly, like for me at work at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's perfect stuff to listen to.
Well, yeah, and I gave that to my brother. My brother Ryan, it took him a couple of years to actually kind of get into it.
Yeah, it took me a few listens to, there were a few tracks the first time through that stuck out to me. But the second or third time, it was like, there's a lot of bands that come out with albums like that. I mean, I don't want to really get off topic, but I find that happens sometimes. The album doesn't really sink in right away.
Yeah.
But then eventually.
And that's what happened. Did you have any more notes on that, or you want me to flip over?
You can flip over now.
So, what did you give me? It was Propagandhi. What was the name of the album?
Today's Empires, Tomorrow's Ashes.
Yes.
To me, like, in my honest personal opinion, the best punk band that exists.
See, I think I've heard the name before, but I'm not a punk fan.
Yeah.
Right? So when I first heard that, I sent you a text like, oh man, it's punk. Because I didn't know what it was. And I probably heard that before.
But it's real punk.
Yeah, it's not, it's like when you hear, I'm trying to think of some punk bands. Like I'm not a gigantic like punk fan, but Propagandhi's one of them, and Propagandhi.
Propagandhi. I don't think you go wrong either way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've pronounced it both over the course of my life.
First playthrough, I just heard like a punk album, but then I start burning through it 4 or 5 times is usually when it starts hooking. And now I can put it on and I know the riffs. I still can't predict what the drummers do. Punk drummers are madness. I don't even you can't predict anything they're doing.
No, and that's
The whole
punk.
thing is just everywhere. I'm like, this is cool because I can't predict it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can
Absolutely.
tell they're like OG punk guys.
Yeah.
Because they're like, if I heard this on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on Super Nintendo, or what was it, Nintendo
Well,
64?
listen, 4 years ago,
make sense.
4 years ago when I was in high school,
Yeah.
it's really what stuck out to me. Like the album of my high school career.
That album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like there's going to obviously be other ones that I listened to and loved, but like that one specifically reminds me of like that point in time in my life.
This is a great album. I've listened to it probably now 10 times.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the way it's engineered, the way it's
Yeah.
put together, the sound,
Yeah.
like it's every instrument just cuts through the mix and sound.
Some stuff sounds, some like things you hear sometimes, it just sounds sloppy or muddy.
Yeah.
But you can really hear.
It's
Like, see,
crisp.
I think like even, yeah, it's crisp. I think like Dope Throne is probably more of a grimy kind of jam
But I
sounding
mean,
record.
it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. It's so heavy that
Yeah.
it just sounds like it's just loud.
and it's awesome.
And
Like
it's not going to be like, even, there's not going to be harps and xylophones and stuff in music like that anyway. Like I said, it's just guys plugging into amps and just going for it.
Yeah.
And they're tuned so low anyway. I don't know how you really finesse that.
It's
But it sound. That's why I love it so much, because it is so raw.
just when you tune that low, that's where it comes in handy being really like anal about tuning.
Yes.
Making sure you're in tune, because when you're tuned that low, if you're off,
Yeah, your gear has got to be right.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy that you sent Dome Throne my way.
And I am very happy that I finally listened to Propagandhi, not being a punk fan, but I always find the same thing with a new Deftones album too.
Yeah.
Huge Deftones fan. It's one of like the few bands I actually will still purchase their stuff now from high school.
Yeah.
Because it has changed into Sleep and Electric Wizard and Crowbar after that.
Yeah.
As I got out of high school, I started finding this even heavier stuff. But Deftones is always there. And every time they come out with a new album, I buy it.
Yeah.
But it will take me, even Deftones, and I know I'm going to like it, but I know I got to get, I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is. But after like the fourth or fifth listen,
Yeah.
100% right there, top shelf. So, we will try to do these type of episodes. It'll be a reoccurring occurrence.
I've already mentioned my favorite track, Funeralopolis, with that sweet riff. What was
Oh,
your favorite
jeez.
track on the? I mean, feel free to pull
Yeah.
up the album,
I got to pull up my notes. I got a notepad.
because it's hard. Like when I'm listening to it at work, I'm not staring down at my phone or at the car
Yeah.
stereo to see what the name of the track is.
I did album. Hey, look, I have an album thing. So
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Mind Transfer.
Oh, Fuck the Border, the second track.
fuck the Border's good.
And then even when it started, I almost heard like The Game from Motorhead,
Yeah,
a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that's gnarly, but like just second song off the album.
Yeah.
And the first song's cool because it's got like this spoken word thing in behind. It sounds like a riot's gonna happen.
kind of sets the tone for the rest of the album.
Like the way it's, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Can we just talk about that bass tone?
Yeah.
When the first song starts, yeah.
that gallop.
It is crystal clear.
Yeah, dude.
Like it is, like it sounds like punk, but it sounds like that's. I wanted you to hear that because I knew you weren't a big punk guy.
No,
But if you're gonna listen to punk, to
that's
me,
a good spot to start.
that's a good spot to set the bar.
That's like the Iron Maiden of punk.
And you know what? Like, that's, to me, best punk band there is. Like, try and change my mind.
Yeah.
You know, like no one.
Like I said, they would have fit on a Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game soundtrack perfectly. And they probably were on.
Yeah.
I've probably heard them on a video game like that
But
with
then-
Sublime and all those guys.
But then they would be
Rancid.
the same type of band that would play like protests and stuff like that
Yes.
and fit in. Like none of there's a couple of chorusy parts, we'll say, in some of the
yeah,
songs.
you got to
but-
build a song.
But
too.
but it's pretty much like each song is a story, and if you
Mhm.
actually like read the lyrics, it's like you're reading a book.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool.
There's
how
a
they
lot
write
of
their stuff.
actual good work put into that. But yeah, I think we definitely need to continue this little segment And
I think so too. And if
suggestions,
yeah, throw them down there after you subscribe, of course, please.
which is
Please, subscriptions are key.
over there.
YouTube thinks like it just doesn't even consider us human unless we get subscribers and stuff.
Yeah,
So.
and the bell is helpful. It'll send you a
Yes.
text when we put up a new episode.
Yeah, I love getting my notifications for the down in a hole episodes. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
YouTube's awesome that way.
Thanks for the exchange, man.
Thank you, buddy.
And now that we made a promise, sort of,
Yeah.
to just listen to that one album. I didn't delve into any more Propagandhi.
No.
And you probably didn't go into much more Electric Wizard.
Just go
and
through
I'm
'em.
like, and I'm not gonna. Now that we've done this one, we will. The gears are turning. We will text each other a new album.
Yeah, and it's not something like we're gonna figure out this very second either.
No.
Like, I know both of us for
Yeah.
this album exchange, like we sat down and actually thought, like, I want to give him something sweet that he might not
Yeah.
be into, and same
We're gonna
thing.
go
So
back and listen to some of my favorite stuff and be like, I gotta send this one. Oh, maybe I should send that one. I'll do my research.
yeah, but yeah, please send us some ideas to check out.
Yeah, if you want to, toss them down in the comment section.
Absolutely, and
Should be good.
we'll let you know what we think.
Thanks for checking out. What's the name of this?
Down in a hole.
That's what we call it. Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Man, nice to meet you too.
Yeah. It's been good.
You're a handsome fella.
Thanks.
You're a very handsome fella.
He's also quite dashing.
Oh, stop. Just stop. Okay, I'm out of here.